Well, it was yesterday morning on this very program when we talked about Poopie plane.
Oh, yes.
Poopie plane. It was the Delta Airlines jet bound from Atlanta for Barcelona. Mm-hmm. We believe it's roughly 8.5 hours in the air. Someone had what was referred to as explosive diarrhea on the plane from seat to commode. And the flight crew made the decision to, because it was a biohazard, so much poo.
Mm-hmm. Too much.
Too much poo. They had to make a U-turn over Virginia, back to Atlanta, yada, 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 cleaned the plane, new crew. They left 8 hours late.
Flight delayed 8 hours. They'd already been in the air 5 hours, out and back. Biggie and I said if we had had a vote on it, we would have stayed on poop plane all the way through another 6 hours and landed in Barcelona.
You did.
We said it, landed in Barcelona.
I've seen a few photographs that appear to be. Have you seen some?
No.
Of the, and it's appalling. I mean, it's just nasty.
Oh, really? I might change my tune.
You're gonna change? Don't leave me.
I figured we'd have a follow up. I didn't want to just walk in this morning and say this, but
that's kind of you.
After seeing this,
I've
seen video.
Oh, you've seen video,
and it is disgusting.
Wouldn't it be nice if we were older? Come on, finish the flight.
I will say this.
Come on.
If I was in the immediate area, I would be upset. If I was in, because this is a big plane.
Yeah.
If I was in the back, other side, I'd say ride it out.
All right. Now it depends on your seating. Stay with me now. Stay with me.
Yeah,
Come
but
on.
if I was right there,
I need your support on this.
You can tell where the you can tell there's this weird you see kind of a lead up of paper towels on the ground, and then you see the spot, and it's clear this person stood up and just was like, bam. And I mean, like when I say explosive, they're right.
Yeah.
I mean, it had to have hit people.
It literally filled the aisle from left side of the aisle to the right side of the aisle.
This person would have been
Ground
better
zero.
sitting down.
Jeez.
Because I can't be sure they didn't blow their shorts out completely because, I mean, it's everywhere. I don't know how it made it like it did, but there was people there, I'm sure, walking out covered.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
We're not landing this, but we're going through. We are not turning this.
Vaya con Dios.
I am not turning this plane around.
And I don't want to shame. I don't know why. I don't think this is a large person.
You don't.
Which I think most people would probably be like, yeah.
Some big
Probably.
We don't know if it's
yeah.
male or female.
Because that's how we are.
Yeah, right.
I do feel like this might be an elderly person.
I don't doubt that. Because elderly people sometimes have trouble
Can't hold.
holding
Can't
on.
hold. Yeah, you've lost some of the muscles there.
Look, I'm not going to discount that, but plenty of people medicate themselves and drink themselves into a stupor to
Could
get
be
onto
that.
airplanes.
They don't let you on the plane, though, if they know you're drunk, right?
They're not supposed to
I
if
didn't
you've been
think so.
really overserved.
I didn't think
And
so.
if you're overtly drunk.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're
Right.
quietly drunk.
But they don't know what pills you've taken. And look, how many people do you know say, oh, I took X number of Xanax. I take 10 Valium before I get on a
Or
plane.
gummies.
to go across the
Or gummies.
Atlantic Ocean.
Yeah, it's an
That's-
8.5 hour
yeah.
flight.
Yeah, that makes sense. So you think this person could be...
It could be a mixture of any of the chemicals and who knows what in their gut.
You're right.
And 2 hours in, they probably have had their first snack on the plane.
Turbo Ted, you're talking about this plane. We call it poop plane. Go ahead.
Yeah, I told Biggie I call it defecation planes. So I think, the terrorists are not going to be able to sneak explosives onto planes or guns or anything, but this is how they're going to get us. They're going to load up the guys with X-Lax and put them on every flight.
Well,
That's how they're going to get to us.
Grinding us to a halt.
Yes.
Our-
We'll bring the country to their knees.
Our entire our program for flying now. Yeah, that's defecation delta is what it is,
let's
unfortunately.
leave Delta out of it.
But it was a Delta.
It was definitely
a Delta
Delta.
plane. Thank you, Turbo Ted. Let me tell you something. Fly that plane. I am not turning this plane around.
Take me to Spain.
Take me to Spain.
How much was left in the flight?
Most of it.
6 hours.
They hadn't cleared the U.S. airspace.
It was an 8.5
Oh, they weren't even
hour flight.
over the ocean yet. Yeah, you got to turn around.
No.
If you're not over water yet, you got to turn around. Got to, Kels?
Why? 6 hours. Yeah, put up with
the
it.
plane the pilot called it a biohazard.
And if Biggie's right, if it was explosive as it was, and if it got on people, you can't.
That's the thing. There's no way. When you see this video, There's no way it didn't hit
There had to be
people.
blowback.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, so if you're right there, you're getting it.
Listen,
Spray.
I'm a hero pilot. I'm going to take my jacket and lay it over in the aisle.
Like a medieval gentleman?
Exactly.
Like Sir Walter Raleigh.
Yeah.
Ladies.
Well, and my thought later, and I thought a lot about this.
Yeah.
Later, I thought, we're talking about the initial explosiveness.
Mm-hmm.
What if I bet this person's stomach might have hit him again?
Is it episode?
Yeah, so it was like that was episode 1. So you keep going. Now you're over the ocean, and this guy's like, "It's coming again."
And we haven't even thought about how they befouled that commode.
Yeah.
Did they never
The
even
condition
did
of
they
that
make
toilet.
it to the toilet? They eventually
No,
had
you
to.
see,
Eventually
I'm
they
telling
did.
you,
Yeah, eventually they had to.
Yeah.
when you see the spot, because you see the lead up of paper towels where you're like, "Oh, that doesn't look so bad." There's
Yeah.
paper towels and then it's very clear where the pants went off.
Don't you waver on me now. We are flying through.
I don't know. I just can't imagine when you see the amount of poop that came out, and this person had clothing on. I mean, the only way this makes sense is if he went, "Watch this," and dropped a trowel, and then just went, "Boosh."
I don't even think. I mean, and that's just the bystanders. Think about the person. What are they supposed to do once they get in the lavatory with themselves?
Yeah. But
Hi, does anyone have a hose?
But once
If you don't have clothes in your carry-on,
well, there's another thing.
Yeah, what do you wear?
Okay, that's it. If I'm the pilot, I put down my own jacket so that you can pass
You asked
through.
the co-pilot for the jacket?
Yes, and then, or the navigator, I had put it down. And then I say, ladies and gentlemen, get something out of your carry-on. If you've been hit by the blowback, I'm going to turn off the no seat belts, and I'm going to let you get up and change shirts or pants or whatever it might be in order to...
And if you look at the left side of the plane, you see Greenland.
right side of the plane, that's North Atlantic.
And don't look at the center eye. Whatever you do.
Whatever you do.
Don't look at the
You'll
center.
get the poo on you.
By golly, I want that plane landing in Barcelona.
Oh, we don't know male or female or
I know nothing
yet.
age
I
or
know
nothing.
nothing.
I'll tell you this, if he did what Biggie said and said, "Hey, watch this," I want him hung up by his Buster Brown.
That's different.
I'll tell you that. That is wrong right
Send
there.
TSA in there.
That is different.
So that's
ain't right.
That's pointed. That's a crime right
so
there.
that's the story of Poopie Plane.
Yeah.
There is another.
There's
Pukey
another.
plane.
Oh, Pukey plane.
Pukey plane is coming up.
Stand maybe on this one, Biggie.
We'll see.
Pukey plane is next.